Right, morning everybody. Welcome to another round of coffee and questions, or your favorite beverage of the day if it's later in the day. What are we going to talk about today? Let's get right to it. So, like I always tell you in my videos, I join a couple of forums and I'm like in this club locally. There's about 15, 18 of us. We do show and tell on tools and techniques and stuff like that. And I'll write down a lot of things, and if it makes good content, or I think it does, then I bring it to you here on YouTube. What are we going to talk about today? Let's talk about drill press and hand drills, the keys that you use to tighten up the chuck. Now, I have 2 drill presses and several hand drills. Only one of them is chuckless. The other ones still require a key, and that's the same with a lot of people. And so between the forums and more so out at the club, we're sitting around talking, and there's lots and lots of people that have older drill presses or older hand drills, and they still work, but you still need the key for them. And sometimes the teeth on them get stripped and you can't use them anymore, or they get lost or something happens to them, and then they try to fish around and try to find another one that works. Sometimes they're able to, and sometimes they're not. It's not so easy to find another chuck key. So Harbor Freight came out with this reversible ratchet, which I think is a great idea. Let me show you the advertisement. Okay, like I said, it's a great idea, but there are some flaws with it that I think that you should know about. It doesn't work all the time on everything. So what are some of the common complaints? Well, it slips out of the chuck teeth real easily when you're trying to tighten it. And they said, well, Amazon also sells them. I go, yeah, but a lot of the same issues we're going to talk about are true with the ones on Amazon or, other ratcheting, key sets like that. But the thing is, I haven't found one, or out at the club, some of them have ordered the ones off Amazon. A couple of people did, and there are a couple of people that got the one from Harbor Freight and ended up returning them. Okay, so why? Let's just go down the list quickly, and we'll talk about some things that you might be able to do. It slips out of the chuck very easily. That's one. And so somebody made the comment, repeated strain on using it and tightening it, it will cause the tool and the internal parts to break, let's say, and it becomes unusable. Well, it says sustained pressure. Well, something like that should be able to withstand sustained pressure considering what you're using it for. Okay, there's a generalized comment that said the tool says it's universal. Okay, not so fast. It's not universal, not truly. Now, if you have a 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch, you might be able to get away with using this. As long as you don't put a lot of force behind it, it might last you. But anything 1/2 inch or 5/8 or whatever, from what I'm told, I don't own the tool, I just know from talking to people at the club, it will not work on those larger chucks at all. So in one way, it's not truly and totally universal. What's it made out of? Well, it could be made out, I've handled it, it could be made out of some kind of pot metal. I'm not real sure. And I said it's a lot similar to the Star, that 4-way chuck one that they sell also. I think it's Warrior or whatever. I just don't like either one of them as far as a chuck key goes. I don't own it, but I've handled them out at the club. I just don't feel they're that good or that quality that I would rely on it at all without it breaking fast or stripping. So I'm just saying, I guess it's very cheaply made. You get what you pay for. It's a fragile tool. So just know what you're going to use it for and think about it before you buy it. There might be something better out there. One of the club members says he's got a 3/8 hand drill, and he bought this ratcheting one specifically for that because he didn't have the key for it anymore, and it doesn't work on it, so he ended up having to return it. So if you buy this for the hand drill or something like that, you better make sure it's going to fit. If not, you're going to take it back. Now, somebody made the comment while they were inside of Harbor Freight, they actually took the ratcheting tool over to some of the central machine drill presses and stuff like that, and it seemed to work fine. Okay, that's on those kinds of tools, but you might not have that specific brand, and you might be buying it for something else. So when you get home, you better try it out real quick and feel comfortable that you're going to be able to use the tool. Okay, well, one of the observations they made out at the club, one of the guys out there that has it said he wished the teeth on it were deeper than what they are. He said because the teeth on it are not very deep, that when you go to put it in and you go to turn it, it slips very easily on you. Well, if it's going to slip easily on you, to me, you're going to strip it or break it, so it's kind of a deterrent. And when I handled it and I was picking it up, I could feel that the inside is hollow on that ratchet. So that tells me that depending on what it's made out of, it's going to have that propensity to want to break real easily on you. It's not a solid ratchet, let's say, or a tool. So I think you need to just know these limitations, before you go out and you buy one. Now, we sat around and suggested some other things that people can try. A lot of us still have that key type, tightening that we need, and if you don't have it anymore, one of the things that you can do is go on to Amazon. One of the people out there bought this. And he figured with the 5 sizes, he said one of them, which of course turned out to be true, would work in the hand drill that he was unable to find a key for. And then the other ones he just put in the drawer and he'll use them. And the one thing that I can say I like about that style or that type is it's got like a longer bar on it. You get a little bit more leverage, when you're trying to tighten it, as opposed to that star kind. I just didn't feel like, you could get a real good oomph on it. If it works for you, I think it's fine, or whatever works for you. But if you're looking around, you're going to buy them, you might want to put some thought into it, and maybe the 5-piece set would work good for you, especially like me. Like I said, when you've got multiple tools around, or, drills that require different sizes, the 5-piece set may come in more handy. Okay, again, the question was raised out there amongst everybody, do we know of a good ratcheting one, even off Amazon, that has got good reviews, that it's a really good tool? And no, I don't. If somebody else does, they can leave it in the comment below. It's not a long video, but those are my thoughts on this, and I'll leave you the link below on that 5-piece Amazon set. It's currently on sale for about half off. I think it's around $9.90 some cents or something. And you may want to go that route rather than take a chance on, these cheaply made, not so good metal kind of ones that strip out on you. Anyway, something to think about. I'm the Home Handyman. I hope you click subscribe. You keep following me. I'll see you folks on the next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.